Take you to Zimbabwe. President Robert Mugabe is insisting he remains Zimbabwe's only legitimate ruler. He's resisting mediation by a Catholic priest, Fidelis Mukonori, to allow the 93-year-old a graceful exit after a military coup. Mugabe says he can only be removed via a party leadership vote. Mugabe, who has led Zimbabwe since independence in the 1980s, is still seen by many Africans as a liberation hero. On the line now, we're joined by our Zimbabwean correspondent, Ephert Musekiwa. Ephert, what's the latest, firstly?
Good evening, Francis. Today was another busy day in Harare. We see the military are still on the streets of Harare. But today, the two opposition parties or the two opposition coalition representatives made public statements that first it was Joyce Mjuru, the former Vice President under Robert Mugabe. She called she called for a national dialogue, an inclusion of everyone in the political crisis that is currently facing the country. Then secondly, later on, the leader of the main opposition or the biggest opposition party, Morgan Tsvangirai, pretty much saying the same thing. But what is interesting is that both of them say they've not been approached by anyone regarding any transitional government or regarding any transitional setup. But they are willing to come on the table since whatever is prevailing requires, the hand of every Zimbabwean to be participating. Francis?
So they are denying this because at one stage there was an alleged slate for the new leadership going around, including Emmerson Mnangagwa, Joyce Mjuru, and Morgan Tsvangirai, all the people who are now speaking out.
Yes, they both. The same question was thrown at both of them, and they said no one has approached them yet. So that was the first confirmation that we got today from the opposition that no one is in talks with them as we currently speak. No one has approached them regarding the transitional authority. But what we do understand is that at the same time that that Morgan Tsvangirai was holding his press conference, the envoy that was sent by President Zuma met with President Mugabe at the State House around the same time, and President Mugabe actually left his private residence in Borodale, and his motorcade was seen coming into the official State House where he had the meeting. Then immediately after the meeting, we also understand that the motorcade drove back from State House back to his residence. So that's what we saw today.
All right, so the President, Robert Mugabe, allowed to move around today. That was our Zimbabwean correspondent, Ephert Musekiwa.